Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing looking at chilly conditions around the area this morning with a slight breeze. We will have some precip moving mainly south of the area, but some of that precip will make its way into the local area as we get more so into the afternoon. Likely initially going to be some light rain with the possibility of some light snow mixing in as we get later in the afternoon and see those temperatures continuing to fall. Uh, Expecting temperatures to peak this morning as to what we're seeing right now, and then we'll see those temperatures on a downward trend as we move through the day and into the evening time frame. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have a trough that's digging eastward into the eastern part of the country along that boundary, just behind that boundary. Actually do have some disturbance moving through that trough, picking up this weak area of low pressure. It's going to be tracking eastward just south of our area, and that's going to be the focal point and the driver for that precip activity. That again, a majority of that's going to move south of the area, but enough moisture reaching northward that will bring a chance for some light precip into the Wallops area as we move through the day today. If we look at our current conditions this morning, seeing a scatter deck at 6,000 feet, broken at 7,000, overcast at 12,000. We'll see winds out of the north to north-northeast, around 10 knots, a few peak gusts up around 18 knots, temperature 38 degrees, our relative humidity is at 75%. Look quickly at the local radar picture here. We can see some light radar returns making it into the local area. Much of this not reaching the surface as of yet, so just some elevated precip. Across much of this area, not seeing anything reaching the surface quite yet. More so off to the southwest, where we're starting to see some of that precip actually reach the surface. If we zoom out, look at the broader picture here with the composite radar and satellite picture, I do see a bit more in the way of reflectivity, as mentioned, off to the west and southwest. And again, generally expecting that track to move eastward, mainly south of the local area, but we'll see some moisture reaching up at least across the lower part of the peninsula as we move through our day today. We'll take a look at the high resolution model on how we expect that to play out as we move through the day today. As you can see, starting at the current time and progressing through the morning, we do start to see some moisture passing mainly to our south on the reflectivity here, and then inching its way up into just into the Virginia border locally here as we get into the afternoon. Model indicating some blue, indicating the potential for some frozen precipitation, but as we are right along that boundary line there, and we'll see a northeasterly breeze, more likely we'll see those temperatures slow to fall below freezing, so looking at some light rain most likely as we get into the first part of the afternoon. And as we continue to see those temperatures cooling down later in the afternoon and into the evening time frame, we'll see a chance of that transitioning to all snow, mainly towards the close of business and thereafter, but generally looking at fairly light precip overall, so not expecting much, if any, in the way of accumulation with the snowfall. Generally just mainly some light rain-snow mix as we move through our working hours today. As we go into the evening time frame, we'll see that system continue to pull away from the area, and things will start to dry out, and eventually we'll see those clouds clearing out. Zooming out, looking at the next couple of days, starting off early Tuesday morning, as that system pulls away, we see just dry, chilly air around the area, and then we'll see those winds turning more southwesterly, and that's going to allow things to become more mild as we move into the middle portion of the week. But we will see another trough digging into the later portion of the week, mainly late on Wednesday, and we'll start to see colder conditions moving in as we get later in the week, but overall things looking mainly dry. But as that trough and low pressure passes to our north, we will see some breezy conditions as we move through our working hours on Wednesday. So the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, starting off with a yellow risk for precip this morning, as well as a yellow risk for a wind advisory. We do expect those winds to stay just below wind advisory criteria, but can't rule that out, as we'll expect those winds peaking out of the northeast at 10 to 15 knots, gusting up to 23 to 24 knots. And as mentioned, we're gradually seeing that temperature falling as we move through the day today, down into the mid 30s and then eventually into the lower 30s as we get towards the close of business today. We increased to an orange risk for that precip chance for that 12 to 1600 local time frame. Again, mainly expecting some light rain and then some light snow possibly mixing in late in the afternoon, but more so into the evening time frame before that starts to wrap up and move out of the area. Not expecting any significant accumulation with this as a majority of the precip and disturbance moves to the south of the local area. We'll see cold conditions as we move through the overnight time frame and those clouds start to clear out of the area. Low temperature expected around 24 degrees for our Tuesday morning as we start to see partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions to start today. Tides are running slightly above normal, and Tuesday, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. We'll see another chilly day with a high around 41 degrees. We'll see things turning more seasonable as we move overnight Tuesday night into Wednesday. Increasing cloud cover with that next trough approaching the area, and we'll see that breeze picking up as well with that area of low pressure to our north, tightening the pressure gradient. So slightly breezy Tuesday night, low expected around 33 degrees, and then more seasonable day with a high of 52 for Wednesday. And we will see those increasing winds on Wednesday as well, looking at an orange risk for wind advisory criteria for our Wednesday, as we do expect some fairly breezy conditions and overall mostly cloudy. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.